Come on, Bo. Alright, I'm just messing around. Today we're going to talk about interview framing. Now, with interview framing, it influences a lot of what we do. Different interview framing types influences different messages, different tones of the video. Now, I'm going to go through the different interview framing types and explain to you why each one has a certain effect and how it'll play a part in your video. Let me remind you, not all interviews are the same. So different framing setups work for different types of videos. If you have a piece that's a little more serious, you'll maybe want something that's a little more intimate and close to the subject. If you're having something that's a little more expository, you may choose an interview setup where you're exposing more of the frame and the setting that the subject is sitting in. The way a frame is set up also influences how the audience feels about the subject. Today I have my beautiful sister Sydney, who's going to be our subject as I explain to you guys the different types of interview framing. We'll start with the wide shot. The wide shot shows off more of the subject's environment. This is also a framing type that is a little bit more expository, as I mentioned previously, as it shows all that's happening in the background. If you want to show off the setting, maybe it's an office space of an architecture firm and we want to show off all the different design elements within it. It all truly depends on what you're going for and what your subjects are comfortable with. One of the most common types of interview framing is the medium shot. Now, the medium shot is from about the waist up, and this shot is more conversational. You'll see this in a lot of brand pieces and a lot of documentary films as well. The close-up shot signals to the audience when they really need to pay attention to an important moment. With the close-up shot, it fills up most of the frame with the subject and it highlights seriousness and importance and emotion. Now, within these types of framing, there's two other types of angles that you can consider. Consider shooting at a low angle or a high angle. With a low angle, it gives a hero effect. So say, for example, you're shooting for a nonprofit that has come into a community and maybe they've really shaped and changed the way this community works. You can shoot from a low angle to show that nonprofit as the hero, and it gives them more authority and credibility and to signify that they are here for the people. A high angle shot is a little bit more vulnerable shot. An example of this is somebody that is overcoming a huge struggle. Maybe you'll cut to a high angle shot to signify to the audience like, hey, this person is going through this struggle. This is also something to pay attention to. Now that we talked about interview framing types, I'm going to talk about the direction in which the subject should look. I know you've probably seen some videos where a subject's looking straight down the barrel, like I'm doing to you right now, or they're off to the side looking at the interviewer. I'm going to explain the difference between these two. For the traditional interview style is when the subject is looking off camera and is looking at the interviewer behind the camera. This is good for the stories where you want the audience to be more of a fly on the wall and that we're joining into this conversation between the subject and interviewer. Next is down the barrel. This type of style is used when the subject has a message they need to communicate to the audience directly. You could see this in important messages and calls to action. This really pulls viewers in to know that, hey, I'm talking to you directly. I want you to know what I have to say. This is also like having a one-on-one conversation with the audience. For most people, the camera can be really intimidating. Now, if you're interviewing a subject and they're required to talk straight down the barrel, it's important to really help guide them through the process. It can be hard to talk just directly to a camera. I mean, I've been experiencing this and I do this as a living. The camera, it doesn't give you any feedback. It just sits and stares even if you pause. It's not talking back to you. The way we choose the right interview framing for your video is all based on the goal of the video. We think about the audience and the overall message you're trying to tell. Now, this will influence whether we choose a style where you're looking straight down the camera and talking directly to the audience, or if it's off to the side. Sometimes there may be multiple camera angles. So what this could look like is, say you have a really intimate and intense story, maybe we have one camera angle that's more of a medium shot, and then we'll have another camera angle that is a closer up shot. So for those moments of extreme impact or importance, we will cut to those to really emphasize, hey, audience, you really need to pay attention to this. Choosing the right interview framing is so important for your audience to receive the message you're trying to tell them. A huge thank you to my sister Sydney. If you have a video that needs interviews, we're here to help.